Can you draw your awareness? What? What does that mean? Very commonly stated or cued in a yoga studio or like in a meditation or some sort of wellness facilitating class. My name is Tanya, trauma-informed yoga teacher, clinical yoga therapist, and somatic practitioner, wellness facilitator. We practice yoga in Pilates and wellness for trauma recovery. So there are many times when we hear this phrase, can you draw your awareness? Can you draw your awareness to the glutes? Can you draw your awareness or your focus to the lungs? And we're usually instructed this to bring our focus there. So funny, just quick little funny story or question. As I was going for a walk, I was walking with my dad, and he asked me, and I told him, I said, bring your awareness to, we were kind of focusing on balance. And I advised him, I said, can you draw your awareness to your right lung and your left lung? And he was just like, wait a minute, what? So maybe that's been you. Maybe you've been in a yoga class or some sort of facilitated wellness class, and you're being told to draw your awareness. And how does that make sense? And this is what I like to say. This is where yoga invites in a little bit of imagination. And sometimes as we're adults, we lose this imagination, this focus of play, right? So even though we can't physically see our right lung, our left lung, but there's something about in yoga says that you don't have to take yourself so seriously. And I love this because I love the question when he invited that, because it makes me think of when we were kids. There's this big focus on the things that they see, and they go, wow, I can see that dragon, or oh my gosh, I can see this building that's like candy, and or my imaginary friend, right? And there's this notion that kids can have this large imagination, and they can see well beyond what we can see as adults, because sometimes life, trauma, can take us away from that place of imagining, right? Maybe I can imagine what the right lung and the left lung looks like, right? And so sometimes if you have a hard time just imagining that, maybe you imagine something else, right? Maybe you imagine this, maybe the sun, maybe the right part of the sun and the left part of the sun, right? It's what we can see or what's in our awareness, right? Where someone may not see yellow, but they see green. And that sometimes is our imagination, and we can explore, and we can be kids again, and we can see something just bigger. So I invite you, the next time you're in a yoga class or instructed in a wellness class, to draw your awareness to something you say, wait a minute, that don't make sense. I can't see that. What can you see? What can you imagine? One of my favorite questions. So I hope this was helpful. If you have something that you want to share or something that you're imagining for yourself, then leave it in the comments. And if there's someone that can use a little bit of some inner child play and going back into their imagination, feel free to share. I'd love to hear, and we can start the conversation below. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I look forward to seeing you back on the next No More Trauma episode. Bye.